Blog Talk Radio.
Are you ready to take a bite out of the competition? Are you looking for ideas to make your business better? Welcome to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet,
sponsored by Apple Capital Group.
At the core of every successful business, you'll find people making a difference. And with each episode of the Core Business Show, we talk with those people, examine those ideas, and explore the strategies that make them special. Now, the host of the Core Business Show, Tim Jacquet.
Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Core Business Show. I'm Tim Jacquet, your host. Today, I'm going to talk about 5 ways to close a deal. If you'd like to join the conversation, please call in at 347-324-3460, or you can post a question in the chat room, which I'm opening now, or you can go ahead and email us at info@thecorebusinessshow.com. So let's go ahead and dive into our morning topic, 5 ways to close a deal. Everybody should be able to master 5 classic ways to ask for business. Remember, the key is always asking for the business. Some of us leave the money on the table by not asking, by being bold enough and be upfront and be sincere. If you ask for business, see what they're going to say. You might be surprised. They might say you might not ask, so don't leave that option open. So here's 5 ways, and I'm going to name the 5, and I'm going to explain all. And also, we're going to go ahead and put our show notes on the Core Business Show website. So 5 are, number 1, the assumptive close. Number 2 is the reverse close. Number 3 is the time-sensitive close. Number 4 is the direct question close. And number 5 is the direct statement close. So let's back up for a second and talk about the assumptive close. Okay? The assumptive close, the concept, you ask a question, when the customer answers it, it implies you commit to the sale. Okay? You get a person to agree several times through the course of the conversation. It is planting seeds to them to close them. So say, for example, if you're a car salesman, say, hey, do you think these seats are comfortable? They're going to say yes. Do you think this car drives well? Yes. Is the mirrors adjusted for you? Yes. So those simple things make the process a lot easier when you get them to say yes. Even that is a simple phrase, but say, hey, if all these things are working for you and you say yes, then, there's no reason not to ask. Here's another example. Help me understand your process and how your company will purchase this product. The best usage is when you're certain that the customer is convinced. Talking about the details will either confirm the customer decision to buy or allow further discussion. Be careful with this one, though. If you deliver it to ham-handle it, then it might cause you to be kind of manipulative. So kind of be cautious the way you do the assumptive close. Make sure you go through your whole process with them and make sure it's an advantage for them. Number 2, the reverse close concept. You ask a question that elicits no response, but which is actually a yes to the close because they didn't say no. Example, is there a reason? If there's any reason, if you go with this product at this price, you wouldn't do business with our company. The best usage is when the customer has a pessimistic personality that enjoys nitpicking and finding fault. Remember to have a backup plan if he answers yes, which is always, I'm not ready to buy. Find out why they're not ready to buy. Say, it's something we're doing. Just kind of walk through the process to find out exactly what's wrong. Number 3, the time-sensitive close. Okay? You attach a price to a timeline, like 30 days or for a month, because we never know what the market price will render at the end of the month or into the next month, or we have so many of this particular product available for this month, or things in that nature. You already communicated this. For example, you said you had to get this done by a certain time. Let's look at the calendar and figure out what we can do today. Also, there's another response. It's called number 4, the direct response. You summarize the conversation or series of questions and ask simply for the business. It looks like we've answered all your questions. Should we move forward with this? The best is the general purpose close, and it can be applied in almost all situations. It never seems manipulative. It seldom backfires. Should the answer be no, however, start the conversation to investigate why the customer is not ready to buy. And the last one is the direct statement close concept. The concept communicates confidence that the purchase is going to happen by simply stating that it is going to happen. Let's move forward. The best is when you receive a green light signal from the customer is ready to buy. The close cannot be additional benefit. By the way, by the position of the purchase of the agreement, when you put the purchase agreement in front of them, say, well, we should just go ahead and move forward today. But be kind of naive about it and let them say, no, you find out what happened. But kind of feel the customer itself and see if it's the right time to move forward. But always ask for the business. Again, you can get the show notes of this episode on our page of the Core Business Show. Everybody, thank you for listening. I'm Tim Jacquet, your host. Take care.
Thank you for listening to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet. For a free quote on equipment leasing and financing, visit our website, applecapitalgroup.com. That's applecapitalgroup.com. And fill out the information to receive your free quote. We hope you'll join us for our next episode. And remember, you can always get to the Core via iTunes. You'll find all our previous episodes there. Thanks again for listening to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet.